This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Attorney Andrew Van Arsdale.
I'm Tim Kosnoff. I'm one of the founding members of Abused in Scouting. You were not victimized just by a perpetrator. You were victimized by an organization that knew what was happening and failed to warn or protect you. So there's a moral imperative, we believe, for you to come forward. But time is running out and you only have until November 16th to make that decision. Come forward, get the help and healing you need, stop the predators, and hold this organization accountable. We need you.
My name is Andrew Van Arsdale, and I'm a lawyer with Abused in Scouting. Abused in Scouting is an organization that represents over 4,000 men who are abused at the hands of the Boy Scouts. Today, I have one of those men with me, Gil Gayle. Thanks for being here today.
Well, thanks for having me, Andrew. I appreciate it. I'm always honored to have an opportunity to speak on behalf of the thousands of us who survived sexual abuse in Scouting. As you know, my personal story, I was sexually abused by 2 different Scoutmasters in 2 different cities. And, you know, I carried that trauma with me for a long time. Then 2 things happened very quickly. The Los Angeles Times, in their investigation, forced the Boy Scouts to release what are called the perversion files.
Right.
Now, the Boy Scouts themselves had identified over 7,000 sexual predators operating within side Scouting. They had over 12,000 abuse victims. That's by their records. Well, I can tell you, neither one of my guys were on their list, and I wasn't one of those 12,000 because I didn't report it when I was 11 and 12 years old. It was like a godsend. I saw an ad for AIS, for Abused in Scouting, and I realized there was maybe another path, at least to get, this abuse recognized. There's an ability to hold people accountable for what happened to me and thousands of others. And man, there's a lot of us that aren't here.
Right. What would you say to them?
To all the people that are still out there?
They're still out there, that suffered. And
I know how hard it is to talk about this. I know how difficult it is. I've met a coalition of men who have joined together to hold the Boy Scouts accountable for what's going on. Join us, stand with us, let's stand for everybody. And let's stand together, let's hold them accountable. I think just knowing that your voice has been added and that you've been heard, I think it's important. It's been important for me.
the important thing is to stand up, hold the Boy Scouts of America accountable, and make sure this doesn't happen to children in the future.
What's the age range of men abused in Scouting?
We represent a child who's 11 years old in Long Beach, California, all the way to a man who's 92 years old up in Northern Oregon.
That's a brave 11-year-old, and that's a brave 92-year-old man. Oh, I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of every guy that stands forward.
Well, the Boy Scouts of America are now in bankruptcy.
Yep.
How does that affect your feelings on this process, and do you think we can get justice against this organization through the bankruptcy process?
There's this legacy of abuse in this organization. Children were raped at the hands of adults, and an organization knew it was happening and did nothing to stop it. Now they're going to be held accountable. I have seen nothing in my dealings with them to lead me to believe that anything else would happen if you were to try to go alone with these guys. I think it's a terrible idea. You need someone advocating for you. You need to do it.
Right. You need to join Abuse in Scouting.
If they are held accountable in a large enough way, I am encouraged that they will make changes to their organization in order to survive. And this is a situation where if you want to heal, you need to deal with it at some point. You have to come forward and talk about it.
You told me we need to kill the secret of Boy Scout abuse, because that secret will kill you.
That's exactly right. It almost killed me. My hope from the first time I was abused, everything in my life was about hiding that secret. You know, I was so terrified of people discovering what had happened to me, you know, and the shame that would bring on. Of course, I'm processing that as like 11, 12, 13-year-old. Of course I am. The truth is, I continued to process it that way until I was 32 years old and got therapy. And what I think this opportunity is a chance to unlock that.
Right.
Get it out. Get rid of that secret, man. Get that poison out.
Exactly what you're saying is what these state legislatures started to realize. And so they extended it. They said, you know what? No matter how long ago it occurred, and you were abused in the Boy Scouts of America, you can come forward and file the lawsuit. And this opened up the Boy Scouts of America to a lot of litigation. Because as we know, there's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of men living in this country right now that were abused The bankruptcy court has pushed out a deadline. November 16th, after that date, you can no longer hold the Boy Scouts of America accountable. If you're a man who was abused in the Boy Scouts and you wait until after November 16th and decide, I want to stand up for my rights now, well, guess what? The Boy Scouts of America have taken that from you too.
Yes, they have.
They've taken your ability to stand up and demand justice because of what they knew and what they allowed to happen to you.
That's right.
So it's important that every single person comes forward by that date, by November 16th, joins Abused in Scouting, and stands up to this organization that's done so many horrific things.
If for some reason you have any questions about any of this stuff, just pick up the phone, call Abused in Scouting.
It's important to come forward now. After November 16th, you may lose your right to hold this organization accountable forever. Come forward, talk to us today, stand up to the Boy Scouts of America, and protect the children of tomorrow today.
Attention Boy Scouts of America's sexual abuse survivors. The BSA has declared bankruptcy, which will ensure financial compensation for abuse survivors. But you must file your claim on or before November 16, 2020, or you may lose your rights to hold the Boy Scouts accountable forever. Thousands of men have joined Abused in Scouting in the past 18 months to stand up together and have their voices heard. The Boy Scouts of America have already taken your innocence from you. Do not let them take your opportunity for justice from you too. If you were abused as a member of the Boy Scouts, your time to act is almost gone. Stand with us, let your story be heard, and contact Abused in Scouting today for a free confidential consultation. Call us right now.